This show is sponsored by MidasResources.com, your trusted source for precious metals since 1996. Call Midas today at 1-800-686-2237.
Good morning, greetings, friends, and welcome to The Bright Side, your nutritional program dedicated to the understanding of the vast world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. I'm your host, Pharmacist Ben. Nutritional pharmacist from Boulder, Colorado, registered pharmacist number 12275. I specialize in using nutritional supplements where other healthcare practitioners use toxic pharmaceutical drugs and deadly medical procedures. If you suspect that there are natural nutritional roads to your vitality, to your health, to your well-being, and to addressing your health challenges, whatever they may be, but you don't know where to begin, you have come to the right place. As you listen to The Bright Side every day, you are more and more in control of your body. You are more and more knowledgeable, and you know you can overcome any health issue. That is why we are here every day on The Bright Side, helping clear up the sometimes confusing world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. Over the last 28 years of practicing pharmacy, I've seen drug-free recoveries from diabetes and hypertension and obesity and skin diseases like acne, psoriasis, eczema, rosacea, digestive ailments, autoimmune issues of all kinds. Recoveries that by the standards of modern medicine can only be called a miracle. But what is in the world of the body, and what is in the world of biology, standard operating procedure. Because the human body, the human biological system, is always a healing system, a regenerating system. It is designed divinely to heal and renew itself on a moment-to-moment basis. And while some folks may call that regenerating, healing, renewing system a miracle, it really is just the way the body works. If you have questions about health or nutrition or prescription drugs, we welcome your phone calls on The Bright Side. We want to hear from you, 877-300-7645. Let us help you change your life today. Let us help you change the lives of loved ones, friends, family members, workmates today as well. If you want to get off your meds or help a loved one get off their meds and get on a good nutritional supplement program, we can help you do that. If you have questions about the longevity products, skincare formulations, ingredients, or if you just want to contribute to the conversation, 877-300-7645 is your number. 877-300-7645 is your Bright Side number today and every day. Of course, if you have a success story, we love hearing those as well. 877-300-7645. If you'd like to join us on our weekly phone calls, myself and Dixie Sedgwick do weekly conversations on various subjects. Yesterday we talked about essential fatty acids and the ultimate EFAs. The week before that, we talked about digestive enzymes and probiotics. We've talked about Alzheimer's disease and ADD and amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, various subjects. Next week, we're going to cover osteoporosis. If you're interested in joining us, they're every Sunday. The phone calls are every Sunday, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Dial in number 605-562-3140, 605-562-3140. Participant access code 444-973-pound, 444-973-pound. If you're interested in purchasing any of the longevity products you hear recommended on The Bright Side, or you hear advertised in the program, our number is 866-735-2470, 866-735-2470. If you're in the San Francisco, Santa Cruz, Monterey area, I'll be doing several talks next week for Dave Michaels and MZ and my friend Kevin Hurley. We'll do 3 conversations, 3 talks, Monday evening, Tuesday evening, and Wednesday evening, I believe. Is that right? Maybe it's Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I don't know. I'll get you the specifics here when we come back from our next break. In any case, it's next week. If you're in the Santa Cruz or Monterey area, I'd love to see you out there, and I'll get you the times and the specific places where I'm going to be when we come back from our next break. Okay. So we're talking hormone health. Hormones are the most important, or perhaps the most functional of all the biological chemicals. Word gets thrown around all the time. Doctors talk about hormones. You see hormones on the news and on the internet, and people are always talking about their hormones. Women are talking about their hormones. Skincare people are talking about hormones. But how many of us could really say what hormones really are, or what hormones really do? And that's what we've been talking about here for the last few days, is what these things really are and why they're so darn important. In essence, hormones represent a form of communication. They're a way that living cells, living things can communicate to each other and inform each other without vocal cords, without ears, without words. When we think of communication, it's easy to simply assume that communication is about words or about sounds. But in reality, words and sounds are only one type of communication. Body language is a type of communication. Posture is a type of communication. Facial expressions are a type of communication. Color can be a type of communication. Even temperature can represent a way to communicate. Touch can represent a way to communicate. All the different forms of communication are really endless different ways that we can communicate. Likewise, chemicals can be a type of communication. And in the biological world of the very, very small, most of the communication occurs via chemistry, via chemicals, especially in the world of cells. Cells communicate to each other, and the special name for the chemicals that cells use to communicate with each other is hormones. Hormones are simply words, if you will, chemical versions of words. Hormone communication is a type of language. Cells will secrete chemicals the same way ants will drop off chemicals. If you were to imagine an ant as a little cell, when ants want to talk to each other, obviously they can't talk to each other. They drop off a little chemical, and ant A or ant number 1 will drop off a little chemical, and ant number 2 will pick up that chemical, and that chemical will have a sort of meaning for the ant, and will tell the ant where the jelly is or the picnic basket is or wherever. So ants will communicate via chemicals, and cells are not ants really, but you could think of a cell as a little tiny insect or a little tiny bug or a little tiny something, if you will. And just like an ant drops off a chemical and a second ant will pick up that chemical and get a message, cells do exactly the same thing. Those little chemicals, by the way, that ants drop off are called pheromones, which are a type of hormone. Hormones come in various types. There's hormones that start off in a gland, like a thyroid gland or your adrenal gland or your pancreas gland, in the case of insulin. And then there's other hormones that don't start off in glands, but they're scattered throughout different cells in the body. Some of these hormones get secreted outside of the body, where other animals can pick up the scent of the hormone, if you will. Those are what we call pheromones, and they're mostly associated with sexual attraction. They'll tell an animal when another animal is prepared to make a baby. When another animal's fertile. In human beings, we secrete pheromones as well, and they're also sexual attraction kinds of chemicals as well. And you can buy these kind of pheromone chemicals on the internet. They're supposedly will communicate sexual attraction or sexual availability. Just Google pheromones or purchase pheromones. Another type of hormone acts locally. A cell's going to squirt it out to affect itself. A cell will squirt out this hormone, and then that hormone will do a U-turn and affect the cell that squirted it out. Or a cell will squirt out a chemical that will affect its local neighbors. These kinds of chemical signals or hormones are super quick acting because they don't have to travel very far. Thyroid hormone has to travel through the length of your body, or insulin hormone or adrenal hormones. These have to travel throughout the body, but hormones that get secreted out of a cell and then do a U-turn and affect the same cell that secreted it, those are called autocrine hormones, or hormones that will get squirted out of a cell and then affect cells in that area. Those are called paracrine hormones. Those act really quickly, and the body uses them for emergencies. They're quick acting. They're perfect for immediate reactions, inflammation and anti-inflammation and blood clotting and blood thinning, opening and closing of blood vessels, firing of nerve cells or not firing of nerve cells, the mobilization of immune cells or white blood cells. These are all things that can't take time. Body can't really wait for a hormone to get secreted and then travel through the whole length of the body. These things have to happen really, really quickly. And in fact, these hormones are actually stored on the outside part of a cell. This is so cool. The cell membrane that we talk about all the time as being important for communication and for the health of the inside of the cell. We've said the cell membrane is kind of like a little computer chip. It's electronic. It's like a battery. Well, it also, as it turns out, is a storage depot, a storage form of these magical paracrine or autocrine hormones. They're actually stored in the cell membrane, and this is what allows them to act instantaneously once they're produced. These super important, fast-acting cell membrane-based hormones are called prostaglandins, and they come from dietary essential fatty acids. Prostaglandins are literally stored in the outside part of a cell, and when a cell determines that some kind of chemical reaction has to happen really, really quickly, whether it's vasodilation, blood vessels opening up, or blood clotting, or nerve firing, these hormones will get released out of the outside part of cell membranes, and every one of our cells is actually a storage form. The cell membranes, anyway, are storage forms of these incredibly important prostaglandin hormones, excuse me, all of which come from dietary essential fatty acids. All right, hang tight. We'll finish up when we come back from our break. 877-300-7645 is our number today.
And vitality for you, your family, and friends. Get the Healthy Start Pack from Longevity, as recommended by registered pharmacist Ben Fuchs.
If you're a junk food junkie, getting on the Healthy Start Pack is one of the best ways to wean yourself off of processed snack foods and start putting good nutrition in your body. If you have a loved one who's dealing with heart disease or any health challenge, the Healthy Start Pack makes a great gift. If you have a grandparent or a parent in a nursing home, you will be amazed at the difference a once-a-day dose of the Healthy Start Pack will make in your loved one's energy levels, in their memory, in their mood, and in their general outlook on life.
Give the gift of optimal health to your loved ones and order the Healthy Start Pack from Longevity by calling 866-735-2470. That's 866-735-2470. Or on the web at brightsideben.com. That's brightsideben.com. Order today.
Mike Stenerson for Midas Resources. At no time in history have precious metals been more important, certainly not in my 22 years in the industry. The dollar has lost over 90% of its value in the last 60 years. No fiat currency has ever survived the government printing presses. Ours is not immune. The time is now to be proactive. 1-800-686-2237, extension 116. Anything tied to the dollar is at risk. CDs, annuities, 401ks, IRAs, stocks, bonds, you name it, so decide. Do you want to leave a legacy of wealth or debt for your family? The choice is yours. Call me at 1-800-686-2237, extension 116. That's 1-800-686-2237, extension 116. Be proactive, not reactive. Call 1-800-686-2237, extension 116.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. 3 square meals you'll need in an emergency. So the Freeze Dry Guys 3 square meal unit sale is just a ticket. A variety pack of tasty, nourishing breakfast, lunch, and dinner on sale now. Breakfast is Freeze Dry Guys' favorite. Hot oatmeal and sweet dehydrated bananas. Lunch is Mountain House freeze-dried hot macaroni and cheese and crisp green beans. And dinner is Mountain House long grain wild rice pilaf and hearty beef stew, vegetables, and gravy. Call Freeze Dry Guy and ask for details on the 126-serving 3 square meals unit. One case normally $164.37. Sale price at only $138.90. Save over $25. Get 2 or 3 cases and save even more. Or ask about Freeze Dry Guys Fall Chili Special. Always free shipping to the lower 48 states. Call 866-404-3663 or click freezedryguy.com. And hurry, the Fall Chili Special and 3 square meals unit are on sale while supplies last. From the Freeze Dry Guy, the finest freeze-dried and dehydrated foods available for long-term storage, period.
This alert just came in. This special announcement is for business owners and leaders of organizations who've been waiting for the right time to build. General Steel has made it impossible to wait any longer with rock-bottom prices that could save you thousands. That's right, General Steel, America's leader in pre-engineered structures, is offering buildings at prices you will never see again. Don't miss these prices. A 50 by 100 for $35,000. You heard right. That's 5,000 square feet for $35,000. Manufacturers, if you need a larger building, try a 100 by 100 commercial building for $129,000. You can't afford to rent with these prices. Imagine a 70 by 100-foot church building for under $69,000. With the economy improving and interest rates still at historic lows, you can't afford to wait. So call 866-91-STEEL. Lock in your price now. Call 866-91-STEEL. That's 866-917-8335.
A little right, a little left, but always independent-minded. The Genesis Communications Network, GCN.
All right, welcome back to The Bright Side. I am Pharmacist Ben. Our number today is 877-300-7645. Got lines open for you if you'd like to get on board. For you guys who are living in NoCal, specifically Santa Cruz or San Francisco area, Monterey area, I'll be doing a talk at the Embassy Suites in Monterey on December 2nd, and another one in Santa Cruz on December 3rd. December 2nd at the Embassy Suites, Monterey. December 3rd at the Inner Light Ministries, 5630 Soquel Drive, and actually it's in Soquel, near Santa Cruz. And if you want more information,